morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Good
Good morning,
morning,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning. Yesterday's class, we have completed this support for socialism. A quick recall of this, what we have understood in this paragraph about support for socialism. Yes, few points we should keep in mind in this paragraph. First point you can mark: socialist ideas were spread throughout Europe, and what happened? The formation of second international body was there. Form of international body was there. That is second international. Yes or no? Apart from this, what happened? Apart from this, second international was formed, and after that, what happened?
Ma'am, many associations were
Very
formed
good, very good. Many associations were formed. For what purpose? What was the purpose of forming the associations?
for better living and working conditions.
Very good. Many associations were formed so that the condition of the working class laborers can be uplifted. Clear? And next, for this, what was done by the associations? What
Ma'am,
was,
they set up funds
yes, they set up funds. For whom they set up funds? They set up funds for whom?
To help members in time of
Yes,
need.
to help the members of the associations at the time of distress. Distress means at the time of need. Whenever they were in need, any member of the association was in need, the people of the association used to help him with the funds which they were collecting from the other members. Then what else we have seen here?
they demanded for reduction of working hours.
Yes, good. Now the association started demanding about the reduction of working hours because working hours were very much, and the right to vote also. Then after that, what happened? After that, what happened? Association of
Ma'am,
Workers. Association of Workers. This was the Association of Workers, Social Democratic Party, that is SPD, and Labour Party also was there, began to be formed in England and Germany. Why they were formed in Germany, England and Germany? To improve the to improve whose condition? As it was Social Democratic Party or Labour Party, as the name indicates, it helps in improving whose condition? Working condition.
ma'am, workers.
Yes, obviously workers. Then further in this paragraph, what else we have seen? That the ideas of socialists shaped the legislation. That means they were helping in making the laws and all, but the government were still in the hands of conservatives, liberals, and radicals.
Radical.
Clear? These many points you should remember at least. Now next is next paragraph also we are done. The Russian Revolution we have started with, and in this we have seen about what the Russian Revolution means. It refers to the decline of monarchy. Russian Revolution, the name Russian Revolution. Why this revolution was there? To for the decline of monarchy, and in February 1917, and it led to the revolutionary events. Revolutionary events which which year? 1917, that is October Revolution. Clear? So the Russian Revolution refers to the monarchy in February 1917, means the decline of monarchy in 1917, and which led to the uh, further the events of October Revolution in 1917. So here I have asked you to mark this: the fall of monarchy in 1970, February 1917, and the events of October are normally called as Russian Revolution. I hope you have underlined this also. What was Russian Revolution?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now in this we have read about what Russia before the revolution. First, to understand the Russian Revolution, we have to understand the uh, condition of Russia before the revolution, and that we had started with the rule of Nicholas II. Tsar. Tsar means the ruler. राजा जार रशिया में क्या जार को क्या बोलते थे मतलब रूलर को क्या बोलते थे राजा को जार सो इन 1942 1914 जार निकोलस टू वाज द जार जार मींस राजा था रशिया का एंड ही हैड अ कंट्रोल ओवर large part of the areas like Moscow, Russia, Lithuania, Latvia, Poland, Ukraine, and about this also, and we have also read about the what the religions. Yes or no? Russian Orthodox Christianity. Russian Orthodox Christianity we have read about. Apart from Russian Orthodox Christianity, what else religions were prevailing there in Russia, in the empire?
Catholics, Protestants,
Catholics,
Muslims, and
Protestants,
Buddhists.
Muslims, and Buddhists.
Yes, Catholics, Protestants, Muslims, and Buddhists. So all this we have read that this we have started understanding about the condition of Russia before the revolution. Clear? And we have started with the rule of the king. And rule of the king was of whom? Tsar, that is Raja Nicholas II. And it is this figure 3 showing Tsar Nicholas II in the White Hall of the Winter Palace, St. Petersburg, 1900. Then further in this paragraph also we have seen about that vast majority of people. This was about the king, the rule, the kingdom of the king, the religions of the people which were people were following. Now in this paragraph we have read about the population. Most of the people were following which profession here in Russia?
Agriculture.
Agriculture. So most of the people were agriculturists. And how many percentage? Percentage is also given here. 85%.
85%.
Yes, 85% of Russian population was involved in agriculturalist activity, and which was as compared to France and Germany, it was very high percentage. In France and Germany, only 40 to 50% were only involved in the agriculturalist activities. And then Russia, we have also seen that Russia was the
Major exporter of grain.
yes, Russia was the major exporter of the grain. Then we have also read about industrial areas. Any two industrial areas you have read about in this paragraph?
St. Petersburg and Moscow.
Very good.
St. Petersburg.
Yes, and I ask you to underline this also that Saint Petersburg and Moscow. These were the two important, prominent means important industrial areas, and many new industries also came. Industry was found in pockets means many industries were there in Russia. Craftsmen means people who are indulged in one particular art activity, craft activity. They also had their share in the प्रोडक्शन उनका भी काम होता था काम के रशिया में एंड दे वर हैविंग देयर सेपरेट वर्कशॉप्स और उनकी वर्कशॉप्स के पास ही क्या होता था फैक्ट्रीज होती थी एंड द स्प्रेड ऑफ नेटवर्क ऑफ रेलवेज वर देयर many foreign investment in industries was also increased due to the in extension of the network, railway network. Then we have also seen that about the coal production. Coal production was,
Doubled.
and what about the iron and steel? What about iron and steel?
It was quadrupled
Quadrupled. It was quadrupled. Quadrupled means
into four
yes,
times.
4 times more. So whatever production was there earlier, it was 4 times more increased. And then here we have to start with this paragraph today. Most industries was the private property of industrialists. Government supervised large factories to ensure minimum wages and limited hours of the work. But this we have also seen that government was supervising that the people were getting the minimum wages and they were working under the limited hours only. But then too, it was not. It was done by proper supervising. Was done by government or not? It was not done because the factory inspectors could not prevent the rules being broken. कौन से rules थे? What were the rules, beta? Which rules?
Unlimited hours of
Yes,
working and
yes. These were the two main rules which the factory inspectors could not uh, prevent to be broken. Means ये rule कानून तोड़े गए and the people were asked to work sometimes for 15 hours also, and accommodation also varied. Accommodation also varied means we have also seen about the living condition of the workers, that people used to work for so many hours and they used to sleep in the dormitories also. Sometimes they were having the rooms, but sometimes they had to sleep in the dormitories. Dormitories were the hall in which few beds were put for the workers to sleep over there. Now workers were divided into social groups. These workers overall were also there was a division of workers in the different social groups. Some had strong links with the villages from which they come. Means they had a strong link. They were still connected with their villages. Other had settled in cities permanently, and some had settled in the cities permanently because they were working in the cities. Clear? So workers came from the villages. Some were still uh, connected with their own villages. They were going back to the villages after the work, and some were still settled in the cities with their work. Workers were divided by the skill. Now, what was the division of these workers? The division of workers were based on the skill. उनके काम करने के एबिलिटी पर उनका डिवीजन हुआ. A metal worker of St. Petersburg recalled, metal workers were considered themselves aristocrats among other workers. Now the division was there among these workers on the basis of the skill. वो जो काम करते थे उसके बेसिस पे उनका डिवीजन होता था वर्कर्स का. अब metal worker has one of the metal worker who was working in St. Petersburg uh, factory, he says that metal workers were considered as an aristocrats. Aristocrats means about the high class than the other as compared to the other workers. They their occupation demanded more training and skill. उनकी जो occupation थी, why they were considered little bit higher as compared to the other workers, these metal workers, बिकॉज देयर ऑक्यूपेशन, इनका जो काम करने का तरीका था उसके लिए बहुत ज्यादा ट्रेनिंग की और बहुत ज्यादा एबिलिटी की जरूरत होती थी. दैट इज वाई दीज मेटल वर्कर्स वर कंसिडर्ड लिटिल बिट हाई लेवल और हायर ग्रेड people than as compared to the other workers. Now, women made up 31% of the factory labor force by 1914. So, women were also working in the factories. And what percentage of the women were there in the factories? 31%. But they were paid less than men. The women were also working in the factories as with the men, but they were paid less. Clear? As compared to the men. Between half and three quarters of the man wages. That means जितना men को payment किया जाता था उसकी half payment, or even sometimes 3/4 of the salary of the man was paid to the woman. Clear? आधे से भी कम. कभी तो आधी सैलरी, कभी आधे से भी कम वुमेन को पे की जाती थी. Division among workers showed themselves in dress and manners too. So according to their skills, they were divided into social groups, and that division was also shown through their dress and manners too. Dress and manners means उनके कपड़े अलग अलग होते थे, अलग अलग लोगों काम जो काम करते थे उनके अलग अलग कपड़े होते थे. Some workers formed associations to help members in times of unemployment or financial hardships, but such associations were very few. So some workers formed associations. Some workers had formed, as we have already seen, the labor associations were there. So the workers had formed the associations, and they used to help those people, those workers, especially who were in need for the financial, who were in need of the money. And these types of associations were very few who used to help the workers at the time of need. I hope this paragraph is clear.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, despite division, workers did unite to strike work. Despite division, workers did unite to strike work. That means डिवीजन होने के बावजूद भी वर्कर्स क्या थे, यूनाइटेड थे. Though there was a division among the workers, the way they were doing the work, the type of work they were doing, but then also they were all united for the strike. Strike means to stop work. When they disagreed with employers about dismissal or working condition. That means whenever the workers were not agreed with the employees, that anybody who was dismissed, any worker was dismissed for no reason from his work, or even the working condition was not improved, at this time the workers used to unite themselves together and raise themselves to stop the work for the strike. Clear? These strikes took place frequently. Often these strikes used to take place in the textile industries during 1896 to 97, and in the metal industry during 1902. So this paragraph, we see that now the workers were divided in different categories according to their working abilities, but then also they were all united one whenever any problem arose with any of the workers regarding the dismissal. Dismissal means if any worker was dismissed without dismissed or taken out of the factory or from the work, then the workers used to unite themselves and go on the strike. That means they stopped their work. And this happened very frequently in the textile industries in 1896 to 97, and metal industries in the during the 1902. Clear? Now in the countryside, now coming to the countryside, now we have read about here about the people's occupation. After this, we have read about the division of the workers in this paragraph. After the division of the workers, we have read in this paragraph about the strike. If workers were not satisfied, they also moved for the strike. Now here we are going to read about the peasants. Peasants means farmers. In the countryside, countryside means villages में, small cities and small towns में, in the countryside, peasants cultivated most of the land. Peasants cultivated most of the land, but the nobility, the crown, and the Orthodox Church owned large properties. So most of the land was cultivated by whom? जो काम करते थे most of the land में farmers काम करते थे, but जो nobility, crown means the king, raja, and church, Orthodox Church, they own the large property. बड़ी बड़ी जो properties, ज़्यादा बड़ी properties होती थी, वो nobility, high class people, ruling class people, and the church, they were owning this large property. Clear? Now, like workers, peasants too were divided. Now, as we have seen in the above paragraph, that workers were divided according to the occupation they were doing. In the same way, the peasants, the farmers were also divided. Now they were also deeply religious. They were also deeply religious means these farmers were also very deeply religious. They had full faith in God and religious people, holy people. But except in few cases, they had no respect for the nobility. But in few cases, they also do not have any respect to the nobility, high class people, ruling class people के लिए उनके मन में कोई भी रिस्पेक्ट नहीं था. Who did not have the respect for the nobility? Who did not have the respect for the nobility?
Peasants.
Peasants, yes. Now, nobles got their power and position through their services to the Tsar. Now, how did the nobles got their power and their position? When they were paying their services, they were working under the Tsar. Tsar means राजा के जब वो अंडर में काम करते थे, जब वो उनको बहुत ज्यादा पावर मिल जाता था, and they used to have the high positions in the country, not through local popularity. वो locally popular थे इसलिए उनकी हाई पोजीशन या वो स्ट्रॉन्ग पावर नहीं थी, बट वो राजा के अंडर में काम करते थे, वो राजा के लोग थे. दैट इज वाई दे वर हैविंग द more importance. So this was unlike France, where during the French Revolution in Brittany, peasants respected nobles and fought for them. Now यहाँ पर फ्रांस में बिल्कुल ही ऑपोजिट था कंडीशन. फ्रांस में क्या ऑपोजिट थी कंडीशन? पेजेंट्स जो थे वो पूरे तरीके से क्या करते थे? नोबल्स को रिस्पेक्ट करते थे, एंड इवन दे यूज टू फाइट फॉर द nobles. So this was the condition of France about the farmers in France during the French Revolution. तो फ्रेंच रेवोल्यूशन में फ्रांस में पेजेंट्स रिस्पेक्ट करते थे नोबल्स की, बट यहाँ पर देखते हैं हम रशिया में देयर वाज नो रिस्पेक्ट फॉर द nobility by the peasants. Clear? In Russia, peasants wanted the land of nobles to be given to them. Now in Russia, peasants wanted what? They wanted the land of the nobles. Nobles के पास जो land थी वो लोग ये peasants चाहते थे कि उनको भी उनकी nobles की land दे दी जाए. Frequently they refused to pay rent and even murdered landlords. Now peasants used to refuse to pay any type of tax, any type of payment or rent. Rent means किराया. किसी भी तरीके का किराया नहीं देना, किसी भी तरीके का टैक्स पे नहीं करना करना चाहते थे peasants nobles को, and even they wanted the land of the nobles, and if they refused to pay the rent, and even they murdered the landlords को वो मार भी देते थे. In 1902, this occurred on large scale in South Russia. In South Russia, this situation occurred on a large scale, means peasants disrespected the nobles, they wanted the land of the nobles, they were refusing to pay any type of rent, and even murdered the landlords. So this was the condition prevailing in which year and where? Hello? This type of condition, yes?
1902.
Yes.
1904.
In 1902, and in which part? South of Russia, Russia, clear? And in 1905, such incidents took place all over Russia. 1902 में तो सिर्फ ये साउथ रशिया के सदर्न पार्ट में ही लिमिटेड था ये पेजेंट्स का way of behavior. But in 1905, the incidents took place all over Russia. That means all over Russia, the peasants were annoyed with nobles. They did not respected the nobles and pay any type of tax, and even murdered the landlords. So by 1905, this incidents took place all over Russia. Now Russian peasants were different from the European peasants in another way. Another way difference was there between the Russian peasants and the European peasants. They pooled their land. Now, what was the difference between the Russian and the European? They pooled their land together periodically, and their commune divided it according to the needs of the individual families. This was another big difference. And very important, underline this, and that what is the main difference between Russian peasants and another European peasants, that the Russian peasants used to fool their land. Fool their land means they used to collect their land. एक तरह से कंबाइन कर देते थे वो लैंड को टुगेदर पीरियोडिकली टाइम टू टाइम, समय समय पर वो अपनी लैंड को क्या कर देते थे, कंबाइन कर देते थे सारे पेजेंट्स, एंड दे देयर कम्यून मीन्स whatever produce was there on that particular land, they divided it according to the need of the individual families. जिस फैमिली की जितना नीड होती थी उसके अकॉर्डिंग जो भी प्रोड्यूस होता था उस पूल्ड लैंड में वो उस फैमिली को दे देते थे. I hope what commune means now. Understood?
Yes, ma'am.
So what is it? Can anybody tell me now what was the difference between the Russian peasants and the European peasants?
Ma'am, the Russian peasants pooled their
Ma'am,
land
they combined
together.
their land and
Yes.
produced were equally distributed.
Very good. Very good. The Russian peasants combined their land periodically. Periodically means from time to time. समय समय पर they used to combine their lands, and whatever produce was there on that particular land, it was divided according to the needs of the individual family. जिस family की जितनी need होती थी उसको उसके according ही produce दे दिया जाता था. Clear? Benefit profit दे दिया जाता था. I hope it is clear what does the word commune means. It is very important term. It can come in 1 mark answer. Now, socialism in Russia. All political parties were illegal in Russia before 1914. So, no political parties should be there before 1914 in Russia. If any political party was there, it was considered as illegal. लॉ के खिलाफ होता था. तो कोई भी किसी को भी पॉलिटिकल पार्टी फॉर्म करने का अधिकार नहीं था, राइट नहीं था. Before 1914, the Russian Social Democratic Workers' Party was founded in 1898 by socialists who respected Karl Marx's ideas. Now, this Social Democratic Workers' Party, it was founded when? It was founded in 1898. And by whom? By the socialists. Who are the socialists, beta? Who are the socialists? Who are the socialists?
I mean, who wanted to bring the change in society.
Yes, who wanted to bring the change in the society. That means what type of change in the society? That the land or the property should not be in one with one individual, but it should be for the whole society. Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
They were against the, in one word we can say that they were against the private property. Who were the socialists? They were against the private property. Clear? So, the Russian Social Democratic Workers' Party was founded in 1898 by whom? By socialists. And these socialists respected whose ideas? Karl Marx idea. Clear? However, because of, and Karl Marx idea we have already, so many ideas we have already understood in that particular paragraph about Karl Marx. Do you remember this paragraph?
Yes.
Yes. Karl Marx was totally against the private capitalism. He wanted that whatever profit should be there, it should be equally divided among the workers also, because whatever profit is there on that particular property, it is made by the help of the workers also. Clear? So, the socialists respected the Marx ideas. However, because of the government policy, they had to operate as an illegal organization. Now, as the policy of government was there that no political party should be there, so this Social Democratic Workers' Party was also considered as an illegal organization before 1914. And it set up a newspaper, mobilized workers, and organized strikes. Clear? It was also considered as an illegal organization. It set up the newspaper, mobilized workers. Workers को एक जगह से दूसरी जगह पर means news spread करते थे. What is the condition of the workers and all, and often they organized strikes also. I hope this paragraph is clear.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
So today I stop here only. In our next class, whenever we are going to meet, we will continue with this paragraph on page number 32. Clear? So that's all for today. Thank you.